business and respect time. Change begins with me.
Thank you, sir. I am sorry. Can we go for the meeting now, Chief?
Later.
This message is brought to you by the National Orientation Agency in conjunction with the Federal
Tomorrow is here, drama. It's in me pay adiwa. Makana miria babako. Industrial revolution. Abata konde nukunu. Okwa digital economy. Yeah. Agricultural revolution. Oh. Yeah. It's in Jekwa paper. The rock. Oboruzo dima. The rock. It's a weekend maram. Quality education and all-round development. Yo, the rock. Our tomorrow is here. My tomorrow is here. Our tomorrow is here.
Governor Peter Mba says he remains committed to executing projects that will have direct impact on Enugu, following appeal court's affirmation of his victory at the March 18 election this year. Residents of Enugu and other road users heave a sigh of relief as the federal government commences construction and rehabilitation of the collapsed bridge in Enugu. Stop building on waterways or face serious sanctions, Enugu state government wants, as plans to boost sporting facilities and create a conducive environment for sports development in Enugu dominate discussion between Governor Peter Mba and the sports minister. Welcome to your program from the Lion Building. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the program. My name is Chika Ubu. I'll be back shortly. It was indeed a joyous moment at the government house as state government functionaries gathered to celebrate with Governor Peter Mba on the appeal court's ruling, affirming his victory as governor in the March 18 governorship election. Governor Peter Mba, who applauded the judgment of the appeal courts, stated that he remains committed to fulfilling his campaign promises to the people of Enugu. He disclosed that efforts are on by the state government to implement people-oriented projects such as portable water, good roads, healthcare facilities, standard education, among others. He described his victory at the court as a reflection of the confidence of the people in him and promised not to let them down.
With this judgment, we are going to deploy more energy and commitment to bring development at the doorstep of Enugu. We are going to deploy every breath and fiber of our being to consolidate on the gains we've made so far. Again, I want to express my profound gratitude to the great people of Enugu for their tremendous support and unimpeachable trust they reposed in us. We will never fail them.
The judgment of the appellate court in Lagos on a petition filed by the Labour Party gubernatorial candidate in the March 18 governorship election is consistent with the earlier dismissal and judgment by the Election Petition Tribunal upholding Peter Mba as the governor of Enugu State. Respite for road users who ply the Enugu-Port Harcourt Expressway as federal government commences construction and rehabilitation of the collapsed bridge. We bring you reports on the Minister of Works, David Umahi, and Governor Peter Mba's revisit to the site to identify areas of quick intervention. After several inspections carried out on the collapsed bridge by both the federal and state governments, the minister announced that repair works will commence on the standard side of the bridge on Friday 10 November to ease the pain of road users. He disclosed that contractors have been duly mobilized to fix the bridge along Enugu Port Harcourt Expressway and the one at Emene as provided for in the 2023 supplementary appropriation.
He was with me 2 days ago and he said to me, please can you come and look at this thing? All my internal roads have been destroyed because of this problem we have here. I said I was going to Lagos. He said, even if it means following me to Lagos so that we can come together. So I assured him that I will be here today. And when I landed at the airport, I called him, and behold, he got here before me. He shows leadership. He shows commitment to the people of Enugu State and the entire Nigeria. And so the chain is as strong as the weakest link. So we can't be more Catholic than Pope. So because of his strength and his commitment to the people that is leading, we have to follow. It's good leadership, and so we are here, and we've promised him that this week we are going to start the palliative work on this bridge. And we also start the reconstruction, courtesy of His Excellency the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And I also want to thank the governor. It's not doing party, it is leadership now. It's to work for the people. And so he's always supporting Mr. President. And that's why Mr. President said we should come. The very day this thing happened and the governor was here, he asked me to go and see the governor and initiate action immediately. And so that's what we're doing. In the next 10 days, I'm sure that we will reinforce this bridge and we'll start to use it.
The state governor, Peter Mba, applauded the federal government for the quick intervention on the collapsed bridge and assured that the state government will provide necessary support to ensure speedy completion of work on the two bridges.
Last time we came here, the minister was also here to inspect and to identify areas of quick intervention. And I'm happy now to announce to you that the minister has come here to inform us again that work is going to commence here. So there is going to be the repair of the existing lane, and hopefully within the next 10 days, our people should be able to use one of the lanes. And then effectively, around the middle of next month, the full work on the both lanes of the bridge would commence.
Fortification of the standing bridge is expected to be completed, after which reconstruction work will commence on the collapsed bridge.
Quality education and all-round development. Yo, rock. Our tomorrow is here. My tomorrow is here. Our tomorrow is here. I know my tomorrow is here.
One of those erecting illegal structures on waterways in Enugu State, you are advised to desist from such acts. This is because the state government says drastic action awaits defaulters. This was part of resolutions reached at the State Executive Council meeting presided over by Governor Peter Mba. The Commissioner for Special Duties, Emeka Ajogu, and his Works and Infrastructure counterpart, Gerald Otiji, described as worrisome the attitude of people building on waterways despite repeated warnings by the State Capital Territory Development Agency. The Commissioner said the state government will not relent on its commitment to protecting the lives of the people against human-induced and natural disasters. They hinted that the Transikulu Bridge and Ababa Junction, OP, Nsukka roads will soon be dualized and structures around the river demolished.
Very soon, a second bridge will fly through over the Ekulu River, going towards Trans-Ekulu. The plan of the government is to dualize that road. And already, the buildings are already on the line where that particular flyover, that particular bridge will come on board. So it is just like wasting your money by continuing to build, because eventually those buildings are going to come down. And I mean, the effect of such buildings, you know, water, they say, will always find this level. When you encroach on waterway, before you know it, it will try to also find its level. I will give you a practical example of a building that collapsed about a month ago at the back, towards the back of Memphis. If you go there now, you will find out that because of the encroachment into our waterways, that water is already creating a different channel from what Ekulu River used to be. And all the buildings around those areas are already being threatened. So government is very, very mindful of the dangers ahead and making arrangements through the relevant agencies like the Capital Territory, Ministry of Works, to stem the tide of this incessant building on the waterway.
Some officials from Capital Territory and Ministry of Works that will be visiting you, and if your building is marked, then you may have to, or you should have to start evacuation, because we need the right of way to build those roads. More emphasis on the ones building under the bridge. You can see with me that if you're on that Trans-Ekulu bridge, if you look out through the window, you see the roof of so many buildings almost under the bridge. That is not safe. Not only that it's not safe, it's not helping the stability of our bridges. So there are some other areas, some people's fence and compound, or they try to reclaim some areas where there is free flow of water. It puts pressure on the columns of those bridges. And one failed bridge is more than enough. We shouldn't be having such incidents.
The council also approved a draft bill for a law to review the Enugu State Emergency Management Agency law to provide for the establishment of local emergency management agency, LEMA. The bill, they said, will be sent to the State House of Assembly for consideration and onward passage into law. Commissioner for Transport, Obiozo, said the state government is adopting successful strategies as adopted in different parts of the world in boosting transportation and logistics to make them become key drivers for increasing the state's GDP. He explained that the Phase 1 project starts with 4 terminals, which will have bus stops with labels for free movement of the new BRT buses coming into the state soon.
They are the gateway from the northeast to the north central to the southeast and the south-south. And His Excellency's vision is to leverage on that to really become the economic heartbeat and the logistics hub that will power all these different regions. What you will see in the next few months is that this logistics hub will be able to allow farmers to earn more by viably exporting their products from our Ubola Inland Container Terminal all the way to any part of the world via an airport. You'll be able to export coal that we are blessed abundantly, and different minerals from our neighboring states. You'll be able to also import directly from any port in the world you can have Enugu, Ubola for Inland Container Depot as a destination port, and your container will not be disturbed and will come straight there, which actually allows the Igbo people that are mostly traders to actually be able to actually now trade properly within the region.
The commissioners explained that these measures are aimed at making Enugu State a business hub and conducive for Governor Peter Mbar has identified sports as a valuable tool for economic development and social integration. Hence, the state government's resolve to invest in sports. The governor made this known when he received the Minister of Youth and Sports, John Owan Eno, in his office. The future of any nation is dependent on the youths. This is why countries all over the world invest in youth development and sports, among other human endeavors. The meeting between the Enugu State Governor and the Minister of Sports is to explore areas of investment in sports development to engage youths meaningfully. It is in realization of this objective that the Enugu State Government is collaborating with the Ministry of Sports to organize a sports summit and festival which is scheduled to hold next year. The summit, according to the governor, is to discover new talents in various sporting activities and also attract investors.
We see sports beyond the creation. We see sports as a revenue generation sector, right? And that's essentially what we have designed a lot of our policies and programs around. We're interested in improving our infrastructure, our sports infrastructure. And we're just, sometime next year, we're going to be hosting a sports summit. We have a whole lot of facilities that we're just in the process of reviving. As you know, the Enugu Games Village is right here in Enugu State, where we're looking at reviving those facilities. That is a purpose-built games village, and I've also played host of hosting the sports festival in the past, so we're going to revive that. The other point is the Nnamdi Azikiwe Stadium. We're also, we're replacing the turf and also working on the track. So we're going to have the track and the field outdoor activities there ready in the next few weeks for use. The indoors sports is also an area which will require your intervention, because currently what we have now is a situation where the place is being accommodated, and we need to be able to do it all. We need to be able to get out. We're looking at having locations where we can train skills for tennis, for basketball, for handball, and all the indoor games, because we know that if we're preparing to become one of the top three, we must have the facilities to train our people and get them also to look forward to going back to those facilities to train. So we see huge alignment with your policies and ours, and we are going to excitedly looking forward to how we can collaborate with you in order to achieve our common goals in the areas of sport development. Once again, I welcome you to Enugu State, your homeland.
Minister of Youth and Sports, John Owan Eno, explained that his ministry is delving into grassroots sports to grow young talents. He explained that the ministry has 6 zonal offices across the country, with Enugu State as the headquarters of the Southeast Zone. The minister said his visit is to inspect the zonal office and to solicit partnership with the state government to improve sports.
Sports has worked in several other countries. and sports can work in Nigeria, sports should work in Nigeria, and that sports should be able to make a meaningful contribution to not just Nigeria's GDP, but to the GDP of Enugu State. And that the pathway to that would not be to continue to treat sports the way it has often been treated, as leisure and as relaxation and recreation. While not advocating that we lose the essential ingredients of this, I think that sports is much more than that. I mean, I'm glad to find out that the Enugu State government has stepped in and took over the stadium and did nearly all of the development that we find there today. But beyond that, what is important is that at all times when the country has to host international, sporting events, the tendency we've had is to go back and almost rebuild afresh, and that this can change by how we manage the stadium, by the fact of how much attention that we give to it. I mean, the Southeast Regional Government was headquartered in Enugu, so Enugu will continue to have this history that no other state in the Southeast can challenge it. I mean, you talk about Enugu Rangers and all of that. And that it's possible, for example, like the last time I said, the Rangers Football Club is a brand. And in sports marketing and sports development, talking about branding, and that it remains a brand, and that whatever needs to be done to get back that brand and to earn and benefit from it is in the hands of the government and people of Enugu State.
The minister commended the Enugu State government for rehabilitating the Nnamdi Azikiwe Stadium and urged other state governments to take a cue from the state to create a conducive environment for sports to thrive. That story concludes our package for this week. Thanks for watching, and please join us again next week for a fresh episode of your program. Bye.
Industrial revolution, digital economy. Agricultural revolution, Ezinjekwa paper, the rock, Oboruzo Dima, the rock.
Foam, passive foam, yeah, phone full for town, but Winkle foam na him be the best.
My dear, make we go sleep now.
Abeg left me. Now that your phone you dey carry me go.
No, now this don't change.
Say wetin happen. Abeg left me oh.
Hey,
wait.
Waiting.
This phone dey oh. True, you buy new phone. Which phone be this?
Now Winkle foam, na Nigerian technology when pass Oyibo own. For Winkle foam, na great comfort wey dey make sleep sweet. It is soft and durable.
Ah, my dear, with Winkle foam, play now for me and you.